Let's go to Dunedin. If you are often late for work or struggling to get time off, you might be in the wrong industry. In the city, at the country's fastest growing video gaming studio, Rocketwerkz, there's unlimited leave, no middle managers, and the profits are shared with the workers. It's an approach which could change New Zealand's labour laws. Our Otago Southern reporter Ian Telfer visited the studio's headquarters to find out more.
Dean Hall made his name as the creator of a zombie survival game, DayZ, a global hit. Today he's funneling that success into his own studio, Rocketwerkz, at a glass building on Dunedin's waterfront. He has 5 games being developed and 40 employees. And even on a Monday morning, there's a buzz in the air.
It's a really cool space. We wanted somewhere with, good air conditioning, good space. You can see there's a lot of collaboration happens. A lot of people think of coding as, sitting there and typing away, but it's really not like that anymore. It's very collaborative.
Yeah, people huddle together, right?
Yep, a lot of that. And in our conference room, we have big whiteboards. A lot of arguments get settled with a whiteboard pen and sitting down and talking.
Today, in shorts and a t-shirt, clutching a coffee and mixing with his staff, it's clear why Mr. Hall's been called an unlikely chief executive. But to him, it's just a better way to work. He pegs his own salary to no more than 10% above the highest paid employee. There's a flat structure and profit sharing with the game designers. And then there's unlimited leave. Yes, there's really no limit to how much leave a person can take.
Unlimited annual leave means you take as much leave as you want, or essentially as much leave as you can while still doing your work. We have people shortly heading away on overseas trips and stuff like that. They've still been able to enjoy Christmas with their family. They've been able to go out and enjoy the beautiful weather and stuff like that. And we think it's not just about being altruistic or anything, it's just good business.
But no limits at all. People could just take the year off and you'd keep paying them.
If they do their job, absolutely. And why not? And in fact, if we can discover people who can do a year's worth of work in a month, wow, imagine if we had a whole company full of those people.
Rocketwerkz is Dunedin crossed with Silicon Valley. And Dean Hall says he's lobbying every politician who'll listen to get law changes to support these Silicon Valley-style contracts, much better than the minimums. He's now attracting high flyers from the biggest gaming studios in the world. The creative director is Rashad Derrick, who's moved from the US to Germany to London, then last April, Dunedin, and he's loving it.
It's a really good corporate shift. So when you've come from like a lot of the Western developers that really do have, a crunch culture, you really do work long hours, not by choice all the time. So it's like even shifting out of that mindset is, kind of challenging sometimes. But I think it's one of the things that people who are looking for something different, who are the kind of people we attract, that's one of the things that they get and they embrace.
And Dean Hall has another big aim too, to build $1 billion industry which employs legions of creative New Zealanders. People like Sean Hammond from Kaitaia, who used to design graphics interfaces at home for fun, and now has his dream job.
It's kind of changed my outlook on life a little bit, actually. Going from, not thinking I could get into the game industry at all, or making actually a decent break into it, to kind of, not knowing what I can actually do in the next 5 years or so. It might be a lot more.
Sean Hammond says people who hear he has unlimited leave think he must slack around, but he says it's the opposite. He says the studio's work culture makes him want to work harder and see how far he can go. In Dunedin, for Checkpoint, Ian Telfer.